up, everybody? Me, Raj Bacorny here, aka Raj Former. Thanks for clicking on this video, and most of you guys know that I'm an eligible bachelor, and all the ladies, they come up to me every single day, and they ask for my number, and then they ask me a second question. They say, Roger, what is your favorite video game of all time? And then I always have this one response: wait till my next video. So then this is the response video for all the people asking out there. No one's asking, but hey, I needed to make this video and I needed to have a good segue, and this is an awful segue, but whatever. So, my favorite video game of all time is Batman Arkham Asylum. Batman Arkham Asylum is my favorite video game of all time for a few reasons. I feel like, arguably, it's the perfect example of a linear game, and I love linear games. I like to just, when I get home, or I get a game, I just like to just be enveloped into the story, enveloped into the atmosphere, just really get into the nitty-gritty of the game, understand what's going on, know what's going on at each plot point, maybe be confused at a few mysteries going on, but that's part of the fun of the game, and you're just going through the story, having some good fun with the gameplay, having some good fun with some of the combat and the story, and then you come to a satisfying conclusion with the game that you feel can stand alone. And I love those types of games. That's why I love campaigns in Call of Duty. That's why I love single players in most games. And I really hesitate to buy anything multiplayer because I know that enjoyability of it will kind of go away after my friends move on to other things. So I really love a great linear game, and Batman Arkham Asylum is an amazing, I think underrated linear game. A lot of people think that the linear game is just, well, the game is amazing, and people know that for a fact. They know that Arkham Asylum is really great, but they don't really give credit to how good the story is. The story is like a long episode of Batman the Animated Series, and that is really cool. If you've ever watched Batman the Animated Series, or if you've ever read any of the comic books, it's like the comic books just brought into the big screen, or the small screen rather. But now with the game, you're playing an episode, but it's a darker version. It's a more mature version. Sure, it's not rated M, but it's rated teen, so you're getting some of the language there. You're getting murder, you're getting killing, and you're getting the full Batman experience that you would expect him to have when he's going into Arkham Asylum. And you just feel like you're Batman during the game, like you're walking through an episode of Batman the Animated Series, and it's just dark as hell, and you have to go after Joker, and it seems really simple, what's going to happen at the end of the game, but it really changes super fast. And I wouldn't say like it's a huge crazy, plot twist, but it's a great plot twist, and it actually adds a lot to the story, and I didn't expect it going into the game. When you think of a linear game, you just can't have a story, right? Walking Dead is mostly story-driven. I'm not talking about Survival Instinct, but I'm talking about the Telltale games. Those are mostly story-based, but they do have some combat in there, and that's kind of necessary. And I think that the Batman Arkham Asylum has some of the best combat out there, to the point where people were copying them, like Sleeping Dogs were copying, essentially just ripping off Batman's game and just made it completely their combat based off that. And it's just such a simple combat system. You're pressing X or square and Y/triangle. You're just pressing those two buttons, but it's so easy for anyone to get in. I can give that controller to my little brother. I can give that controller to my mom, my dad, and they can just get into it. But it is super hard to master, like to the point where I can't even get all the achievements because I can't get this one dumb achievement in it where I can string together all the moves because it's super hard and it's super complex, and I need to figure out how to do it. So it's not hard to the point where, like, okay, I can't really do this, but it's just hard to the point where, wow, I need a master's, I need to take time, I need to actually do all the challenge rooms. Like, that's how the game is, and I love that about the combat. I also love how the combat, you go from different environments, right? You're going from, You're going from, like, combat situations where you're beating the crap out of thugs, and then a few guys with some armed stuff. They have some guns, they have some explosives, and immediately you go into hiding mode. You can hide, you can go in gargoyles, you're taking them out one by one. It changes so fluently to the point where I've never seen this happen in a game before, where I'm walking down, beating the crap out of someone, and I can just press a button, and I'm crouching, and I'm on gargoyles, and it's just so perfect. I've never seen anything like it. It's just so good, and it's never been matched, in my experience at least, to anything I've ever played. There's never been that much fluidity between combat and gameplay and story ever before. Maybe in a Grand Theft Auto game, but those still, combat and stealth, don't really jive, and this is perfect. If you feel like Batman, you have just enough control when you're in stealth mode, when you're in combat mode. You can turn on your detective vision, you can see everyone around you, go through the walls, like, oh my god, there's a person right there, but it's not overpowered where you can break through the wall and kill the guy, or take out the guy rather, but it's not OP like that, it's not overpowered, but it is kind of just perfect. You feel like that, you feel like you're above them, but a few bullets could take you down, and that's the beautiful part about this game. I won't spoil the ending for you, and a lot of people have lots of controversy about the ending of the game. A lot of people say that it's a little gamey over there, and I do agree. The end boss battle is a little gamey to the point where, like, okay, maybe this is not in part of the story or whatever. They just want to put a game element into it. But I would concur to you. I would defend this game because I feel like the ending of the game, without spoiling it, is actually a really cool ending because it shows the true nature of the Joker and what he will do when he's at his ends. And I'll leave it at that. This game is amazing. I think it's my favorite video game of the generation, of all time. As of now, at least, I still have a lot of games to play, and it could change any day. But as of now, my favorite video game is Arkham Asylum. What do you guys think? What is your favorite video game of all time? What do you think is anything in the world? I don't know. Leave it in the comment below. Let me know. Thanks for watching. @RajFormer on YouTube.